Just to start off, tell me about what's coming up.
So, my name's Cutler. I'm former Mr. Olympia, of course, trying to regain the title. It was a 2-year winner, 6 or 7, second last year. I'm a hometown favorite, so I'm training for this weekend, which is the Mr. Olympia competition. It's a yearly competition for the best bodybuilders in the world. So, I've been training for about 4 months. Actually training all year, since it's the only show I actually compete in, but I train specifically in diet and prepare for about 4 months for the competition, which takes place on the 25th of September, and of course the finals are 26th, and that's when we're awarded the decision.
Tell me about this year. It's a little bit different. You won before, you also lost last year. Tell me about how did somebody like you change what they're doing, try to regain the title? Tell me how it was different this year.
This year's game plan was to come back with bigger and better conditioning, because last year when I did lose the title, I wasn't on par with my condition that I needed to win. So I pretty much stuck to the same game plan. You know, the off-season training is pretty much the same. I actually incorporated some new training principles. I trained a lot heavier. Definitely let my body rest a little more, focus more on nutrition, feeding the body with a lot more calories than normal, and I think, you know, pretty much my physique will speak for itself come this weekend, because I'm bigger and harder and better than I've been in the past.
When you lose a title, is there a factor of not revenge, that's too harsh of a word, but hey, you know, I've lost it, but I'm going to get it back. Tell me about that.
Losing a title is a big burden for me, actually, because I've been a bodybuilder pretty much my whole life. I started training at 18 with the goal to be a bodybuilder. I'm 36 years old. I've put my whole passion to being the best bodybuilder in the world for such a long time. So I worked so hard to achieve the goal of winning Mr. Olympia, and of course to have it right there and take it away, it was a big eye-opener for me. So coming back this year, I'm definitely more hungrier and positive attitude, because I realize I can still be the champion. I just need to stick to my game plan, and that's what I've kind of done.
Looking back at last year's loss, is there something, looking back now, is there something that you're like, well, I should have done that and that's why I lost? Or was it just, hey, another guy was better? How does that work?
Yeah, I manipulated a little too much carbohydrates and everything. We do like carbo depletion at the end, and sometimes that doesn't necessarily go the way it needs to go, and we need to cut our salts out, and of course deplete our water and get dehydrated. And I just wasn't dehydrated enough, so I lost. Deservingly lost. I wasn't at my best, and that's what I'm trying to fix for this year.
How do you see this weekend turning out?
What I would like to see is, of course, me back on top and winning my 3rd title. Pretty much anything can happen after that.
How does it feel since it's in Vegas and you're the only local guy competing, and now competing or winning? How does it feel? What's the week or the month coming up, kind of leading up to it? I mean, I see you shake a lot of hands. Everybody wants to say, hey. Tell me about the feeling and the leading up to for a local guy like you.
I have a huge support here in Las Vegas, especially here at Gold's Gym. A lot of people support Cutler, the bodybuilder, but I have a lot of friends here. I've become a local celebrity here in Las Vegas. Of course, I'm representing Las Vegas as a title holder, so that's what people look forward to. They want to see me. They see me day in, day out training like a maniac all year to prepare for one competition. So I think a lot of these people in this gym feed off me, and they're motivated by me. And I have a great team around me, training partners, therapists, and my wife is a big supporter. The list goes on and on. I mean, it's endless how many people are actually involved in my preparation to be the best.
On competition day, the crowd's there, and of course, most of them are local. How does that help you to be the crowd there?
It's a huge plus. When I come out on Olympia stage here in Las Vegas, and I've been living here since 2002. I moved to Las Vegas in 2002, specifically to train for the Mr. Olympia competition. So that was my passion, to be in Las Vegas, and I've slowly got accustomed to the lifestyle here and the weather and just the the type of living I enjoy in Las Vegas. It's the entertainment capital of the world. So when I walk on stage, it's electric. I mean, it's my people. I mean, I know alone I got 80 seats for my friends and family at the show in one section. So there's no other athlete that has 80 people in one section that are all part of their team. All these people are all part of my team. So I'm gonna have the loudest cheering section for sure. And I'll feel that on stage. I'll probably show that excitement when I display my physique.
How do you feel? Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm physically ready. I'm mentally preparing myself as the days get closer now. And I'm visualizing what I'm going to be now as I get closer and my body gets adapted to the changes that it goes through the last few days in the dehydration process and all the definition coming out. So I will be ready on the 25th to do some damage.
And tell me about these last couple of days leading up to this. Do you get nervous at all? You've done this so many times, you know, I don't really want to ask you, but do you still have any, like, okay, this is what I've been working for a whole year, you know? Is there any of that?
Leading up to your show, of course you get some nerves, and it's more excitement. You're anxious. I'm really anxious now. It's a long time coming. Like I said, I trained for the show for 4 months specifically. I've been locked in the house, like, pretty much living like a machine. Instantly trained for the body. So I'm anxious to compete. I'm anxious to be out of my box and actually get back to normal living too. So there's always that nervousness of wanting to perform your best, wanting to look your best. If I didn't have mishaps in the past, which like last year my loss, I probably wouldn't have any kind of nervousness. But there's always those chances of falling back, climbing back.
Another thing I wanted to ask you is if you can compare the feeling of walking off that stage, you know, Mr. Olympia, and walking off the stage, wow, I just lost my title. Tell me the difference of this feeling walking off the stage when you get it all and when you, oh man.
I always feel like a champion. I trained hard. You know, I couldn't help what happened. And you can't take it too seriously. I mean, I'm still one of the top bodybuilders in the world. I was in second place. I have great support, great sponsors. And, you win some, you lose some. That's how it is. You have to handle it up and down. And it's just like training. You go through times, you go through injuries. You have to know how to handle the adversity of being on top and perfect, and being in the middle when things aren't so great, and then being at the bottom when you lose and you're out of the gym on an injury. There's always ups and downs, and we have to all go through obstacles in everything that we do.
A couple last questions. Tell me about how does the training change leading up to the last couple of weeks of because I watched you work out, and obviously it was different than what you were doing a month ago or 2 months ago. Tell me how the workout changes right before.
Well, the last week it gets a little short, and we're just coming in here and pumping up and just trying to push the food into the body because we're going through the carbohydrate loading process to get real full muscle. So I trained, pretty much heavy all the way up to the show until the last week, and then it's just kind of, ease back a little bit, let the body recover. I was doing 2 cardiovascular sessions a day, so I was pretty much on the stairs twice a day, in the morning, at night, 40 minutes each session, and I've stopped that now because my body's in condition, it's primed, it's ready, and now it's time to back off the weights and just let the body recoup and suck the water out, and here we go, Mr. Olympia again.
Last question. What's the drive, the push behind you coming in the gym? How many times a day? How many times a week? Every day? And doing this? What keeps you going?
Right now, it's about establishing a legacy of Jay Cutler. When I started, I just wanted to be a successful bodybuilder, and then slowly worked his way to be the best in the world. I became a champion. I became Mr. Olympia, which is the ultimate, the best of the best. So I've been a 2-time winner. I always said I wanted to win 3.